guys, welcome back. I'm Four Towers Films.
Doug 218. What's going on, guys?
We are here for another recap of Survivor, season number 40, Winners at War, episode number 3.
And this so far in 3 episodes, it's gone pretty fast and furious.
Well, they're all winners.
They're all winners, and it's been an interesting clash of new school, old school.
We started to see last time. You see the difference in how the old school plays to how the new school plays, and the old schools are having to adapt to how it's played now.
Because the new guys, this is their element. They've had immunity idols. They've had advantages.
But the old school didn't. None of that existed.
No. So previous episode, Danny went home.
Mm-hmm.
So as they get back, we pick up with. Hold on, let me check the notes here, guys. We pick up with Adam Klein talking with Denise. And it's like, okay, listen, we need to get rid of these old dogs,
Well, especially the 3.
Yeah.
Ethan, Parvati, and Rob. We have to target the big dogs, and nobody's targeting them as of yet. And that's true. Nobody's targeted the big dog. Their name gets brought up, but they don't actually get targeted.
This is what we both talked about, and this is what we're both absolutely gobsmacked by. No one has taken the proverbial shot at them.
Well, like we said, I mean, if we were playing it, you could tell us what you would do. We would actually target the big dogs first. I mean, you're talking. I know Sandra's on the other tribe, but she's on Dakal, but she's a 2-time winner and came this close to winning the 3rd time. So why are you keeping her around? Same with Parvati, same with Rob. They both came close to winning a few times. Rob, this is his 4th, 5th time playing it. Parvati's played at least 3 times. So, why are you not targeting them? But, so now, I think it's Matt or David.
Denise. Adam and Denise are talking.
Adam, who was from Gen X Millennials, I believe.
Well, Denise, what he doesn't realize now, because Adam gave half of his idol to her.
Right.
He doesn't realize now Denise has a fully functioning immunity idol.
No, only her and when he gave it back to her. Know that.
So we jump over to Adam's now talking with Ethan and saying, look, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to go without poverty, and I really want to work with you. So by me telling you this ahead of time, I want to gain your trust.
But that was kind of his idea, is telling us that if he knows they're close, he knows they're close with Parvati and Rob. But if he tells him ahead of time, he's already trying to get the others on board, and a lot of them supposedly are on board, that he can get Ethan's trust, so if Parvati gets voted out, Ethan will vote with him. But that's not usually how the older school plays. They typically do have more loyalty to their alliance members.
They work with the philosophy of ride or die.
Ride or die. And so Ethan tells Parvati that she's the target, and they also tell Rob. Actually, I think it's Adam tells Rob.
He goes to Rob and says, this is what I'm thinking. And Rob's like,
well, Rob's like, do you have the votes kind of thing? Because he's actually fairly close to Rob, too.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least he thinks he is. And he goes, yeah, I've got all the votes. And he starts naming off, who will vote with him to get rid of Parvati. And so Rob's like, what?
Okay.
So, of course, they go into game mode.
So, okay.
You're talking masters here of this game, so.
While this is going on, they jump over to Dakal. Now, Sandra's realized, okay, I need to change things up a little bit. They're looking at me like I'm a threat. 2-time winner.
She, the one thing with her, she knows that. It's really just her on that try.
So she decides, I'm going to be the provider. I'm going to help catch fish, this and that. Yeah. And and she's successful. She doesn't just catch a fish.
She catches a shark. Well, because she's strung up nets. It was actually a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Just throwing up this big net with in the water at low tide with like rocks and stuff, and then just waited. And the shark, like pretty big shark,
Yeah.
it swam right into it and got caught.
And what the funniest thing to see was Tony. He goes, "I'll get it," and he pulled the shark out of the water. That shark suddenly went, "Oh, hey!"
Oh, well, Tom's still alive.
The shark all of a sudden went, "Hey, oh, wait a minute," and whipped its head around, and Tony freaked.
Oh, and he starts running, whipping up the beach, back down. The beach got in his hand. He's like wiggling all around. He's like, ah. It was pretty funny. So they ended up having a shark for dinner.
But what also gets going on is Tyson starts talking around that, "Hey, look, we need to get rid of her." So,
And of course, he tells the wrong people.
of course, and it works its way back around to Sandra, and Sandra's like, "Oh, it's on now.
Yeah.
You're gonna come for me. I'm taking you out first.
Right.
You know, you like she said, what was it? If you're gonna come for the queen, you better make sure you kill her, you know, or something to that effect."
Something like that, yeah.
So now, while all this gameplay is going on, we're over at Edge of Extinction.
Yes, we got Edge of Extinction. Now you've got Danny, Amber, and Natalie on Edge of Extinction.
And
they've actually been helping each other, you know, like with food. Danny went fishing. She wasn't very successful, but Amber caught some fish. It was her first time spear fishing. She didn't do very well. And, you know, they've all been helping each other out. So then they get at their tree mill 3 letters. So there's a map and all that stuff. And so, of course, because Amber and Natalie have been there the longest, they recognize the trees.
Yeah.
They're like these bare trees, the white trees up where they get their rice. So they know where to go. So they go up there, and there's like this puzzle, which we've seen. They've done it on immunity challenges before, where you have to get like a code.
Yeah.
And you have to figure out like a number, a letter, spell out a word. This one, I believe, is a number code.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to, and the clue says they have everything that they need. So they're like, okay, what's that mean? You know, they try a few things. So then Amber comes up with an idea. She goes back to camp, and they're like, "Where are you going?" She doesn't say anything. She goes back to camp. It's not a man for themselves.
Well,
really.
that's what she says to the camera guy. It's like, yeah, we're working together, but now it's an advantage.
But this is a game. It's for advantage. And so she goes back, and she remembers she's seeing numbers around camp on different things, like crates and things like that. So she looks around, and she's getting all these numbers. So she knows she's not going to remember them. She writes them down. She goes back and tries them. Doesn't work. So then Natalie has a similar kind of epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
She sees there's like these strings of beads
Yeah,
with
like
shells.
like a shell necklace. Yeah.
Shell necklace. And she's thinking, now remember, nothing on Survivor happens without a reason. So,
No, this is true.
you know, so she starts thinking, hey, and they're kind of in a weird kind of pattern. Like they're, like you've got like 8 here, and then there's a bit of a space, and then there's like this, and there's like this. So she's thinking, hey, maybe this is the numbers that I need. So she doesn't tell. She takes them, runs. She waits till they're gone. She runs back up, and she's counting them, and she tries coming. She opens the box.
And she wins her third advantage. Now, this is for 1 fire token. She could sell it's a vote stealing advantage to someone in the game. Now, we kind of bandied back and forth who we thought it was.
Who she might give it to.
I threw it there. Well, she's already done it once to Sandra. You know, why not
Do that again.
do that again?
But she ended up giving it to Sarah. Who actually, remember, when she was on the Heroes versus Hustlers versus Healers, she also had a vote stealing advantage.
So, but the thing is, she gets told it's in the other tribe's camp in one of the torches. She's got to get away from her own camp without being seen, get into the other camp unseen, and get this.
Yes.
So she
And
realized.
still has to pay the fire tokens.
So she's like, "Hey,
Well, she kind of debated about it. She's wondering, if it was any other season, she said she probably might not risk doing it. But she goes, this is winners. And she's like, it's a tougher game. So she's going to go for it. So she actually figures she enlists her other cub on the, because remember, Sarah and Tony are cubs. So she enlists Tony to help her. And so he's like putting camouflage on her face and all that.
Yeah, ash from the fire.
Like ash from the camouflage her face. And
so she gets out of the camp. She gets over there. And like we were saying, and Sarah commented, branches are snapping.
She wasn't that quiet.
She was like a bull in a china shop trying to move around this camp.
And where they have the torches, like 5 feet away from where the campfire is, and somebody's sleeping at the campfire. I looked at it. Not sure who it was, but
so she finds it.
Looked like Ethan, but
probably.
Yeah.
So she finds it and boogies on out.
Well, it's funny because she's moving when she's moving the torches. They're banging, and somebody did wake up. But I mean, granted, it's pitch black. We're seeing it in night vision, but you've still got. She's not that far from the light of the campfire. And campfire light extends out
a good radius.
A good range. It's a good big campfire, but nobody else woke up. We're talking. She was not really that quiet. Nobody else woke up, and nobody noticed her. She's like 5 feet away from. But anyway, she can't see bandits anyway.
Okay. We jump to
the immunity challenge.
The immunity / reward.
If you notice, they've been doubling them up, at least for this portion of the competition.
Okay, so basically they had to run an obstacle course, including ramp walls, a rope tower, and it had a tree puzzle.
Sandra said it. Because remember, DeCall's got a couple extra people.
So this is the second time that she's been benched.
Which is interesting because I remember, I don't know if they've changed the rules, but remember when they had I know they're combining them, but when you had a reward or immunity challenge, you couldn't sit out 2 in a row. Mm-hmm. And so this is her second one sitting out. So I'm actually surprised she's allowed to do that. But.
She'll have, if they hold true, then this next one she'll have to actually.
Well, I would assume she would have had to have done this one because she'd already sat out the previous one, but I guess maybe they altered the rules for that, but I don't know.
Okay, so Jeff says survivors ready, go. The call breaks off to an early lead. It's like,
for me, they seem to be the stronger tribe. I mean, Sally does keep up, but the call usually does take the lead.
Sally to me is like that little engine that could. They think they can, they think they can, they think they can.
DeCall might have more younger members.
Probably.
You got a little bit, not that they're old by any stretch of the imagination, but I think they have a lot more older school on Saleh than DeCall does.
So,
except for you, but
Saleh managed to catch up by the 4th obstacle. So, and then they fell behind again because it was a ball toss and it was Rob and Ben, and they
kept them up like a wall,
and they couldn't. For the life of them.
Kept the ball.
Yeah.
I think it was Rob again. Stop giving it to Rob. This is obviously not very good at it.
So, okay, it gets to the puzzle. Now this, the call had it. Sophie and Sarah.
They did catch back up at the puzzle. It's not a tree puzzle. They've done a tree puzzle before. It's the same idea.
And then Sally had Michelle and Rob.
Rob's already not done well with a puzzle. Why are you putting him on a puzzle again? Although he did better this time.
Well, because it was a single shape. Right. It wasn't a 2-sided picture.
Yeah.
But
it's not an easy puzzle.
No, it's not. It was a branching tree that branched out.
Before. And the call actually had a pretty big lead at first, and then caught up, and it really came down to
seconds,
4 pieces between the other one, and DeCall kind of only had 1 or 2 pieces left, and it fell out, and DeCall Sally caught up, and they only had 1 piece left, and so but DeCall was able to get their piece in, and so DeCall won, immunity and reward.
So,
So
bingo,
reward was like
a grill
grilled
lunch.
shish kebab, lunch and stuff.
You know, when you're protein deficient, you want to win
You
every.
bet. And it's funny that they're giving food rewards this early. Well, if you remember that, they didn't get rice.
No.
They didn't get rice this year. It's the first year in a long time they haven't had rice.
So, Sally goes back, and now the discussions start. It's now come almost to like a standoff between the young new
Although
and old school.
Denise, I guess she's part of the new school.
Mm.
Like she started playing when they had immunity idols and stuff. So, it really comes down to that. They know they got to go after the big dog. So I don't know why they don't go after Rob himself. But and not to say Parvati's not a threat, but Rob to me is a little bit bigger of a threat.
Well,
But
so
but
Denise, Ben, and Jeremy, they say, okay, like you said, poverty's the one we need to go after.
right.
But then Adam and Rob get together to discuss things, and
And they let them know the plan,
okay, and
which is a no-no.
and Rob went and
Told everybody else that he was told of the plan.
so basically he blew up the whole other side's
Huh?
game plan.
Well, because they're like thinking, what? Why would he do that? Why would he tell Rob that they're planning to vote out Lily as number one? And so then I think it was Jeremy, and I forget what her name is.
Michelle.
Start talking about them, like maybe we should get rid of Adam instead, because even though he's a new schooler, he's playing up both sides,
Yeah.
because he wants to be in with Rob and Ethan, but he also wants to be in with the new school too. So he's like playing both sides, and they don't like that. And so then they're also talking about maybe they should go after Ethan instead. But for a long time, it seems like it would either be Parvati or Adam,
Mm-hmm.
because Parvati because she's a big target, and Adam because he's playing both sides.
He's a big mouth.
Where the other side was talking about going after Adam,
Yeah.
and so it looked like the consensus with a lot of them did not like the fact that he's playing both sides.
Yeah.
With switching to vote Adam out.
So we get to tribal council, and Jeff does his usual question and answer. How do you feel about everything? And you can you get the difference in gameplay between both sides.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And so
Well, it comes down to the votes.
Yeah.
It's Adam, Parvati at first. Then all of a sudden, Ethan's name starts coming out. And in the end, Ethan is the one who got voted out.
And he looked absolutely gobsmacked.
Oh, I think he was surprised, and Rob looked upset.
And if looks could kill, just how
Oh,
Rob did that almost Terminator-like turn.
if you've been watching long enough, you've seen Rob play. Yeah.
Just to watch that death stare go down, almost like to Adam.
You're my target now.
And Adam looks shocked. He's like,
Well, because I think he's expecting Parvati, or Ethan, but he got. I mean, it came down to pretty much a tie between him and Ethan, and it was one vote that voted out Ethan. So I think that's really what surprised him.
yeah.
So that there was not just the three of them who turned against some people from his own, not really alliance, but it's
His
not
own
really
group.
another alliance, but that were working with him to get rid of Parvati actually turned on him to get rid of Ethan, and actually voted for him too, almost like, I mean, obviously it's a message they're sending him,
Oh, yeah.
so
So,
Ethan's going to
And
edge
should-
of extinction.
and as he left, he dropped his fire token and Parvati's.
I believe gave it to Parvati. Yeah.
Ooh, next week's episode gonna be killer.
Well, yeah, because it almost looks like a few of them get sick. Did you guys catch that? So we'll have to see what happened there. But
Yeah.
anyway, it was a good episode this week.
Oh yeah.
Winners Out War is off to a good start, and it's just eating that premiere. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we upload every time Survivor airs. And we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye.